Hello and welcome to Pocket Gamer.biz's Monetizer. I'm Jon Jordan. So the bouncy, lovely menu screen we're looking at today is of course from Clash Royale. Clash Royale has been ripping its way up the top grossing charts everywhere in the world pretty much. So it's Supercell's fourth game and looking like it will be at least their second most successful. Kind of hard to say that it's going to beat Clash of Clans, which has just been doing the do for 3.5 years now. But certainly I think Boom Beach and Heyday are on the rack in terms of the revenue that this is probably producing on a day-to-day level. So in our Monetizer we try to look at monetization really, not just monetization in terms of hard money but also kind of soft power kind of monetization, and a lot of that is psychology. So this is why I've kind of started with this screen. It looks a bit dull, isn't it, the menu screen. Move that way a bit. But I kind of think this is pretty much when you start the game up. And the one thing to say with Clash Royale is it starts super fast. It's something I'm amazed game developers don't spend more time on. If you look at all Supercell's games, they'll all start probably within about 10 seconds, at the most 20 seconds. Obviously depends on your network connection, but they just start. If you want to play a Supercell game, you can just get into the game straight away. These games where it takes 30 seconds, a minute to load, and just kind of downloading new assets every time. That can work for the kind of hardcore RPG guys, but if you're looking to attract a mass market, that's just not going to cut the mustard. It has to be this kind of launching straight away. And I launch straight away, what do I get to see? This kind of happy menu, it's bouncing around, it's going, wow, there's the stuff for me to open. Isn't that lovely? So the free chests are the things you see most of, and they are basically worthless, but let's go in and have a look at them. So free chests, wow, free chests, I'm going to get 3 more cards in. I got some golds, so golds are always useful. I got some gems, no, gems are always useful, not very many though, 2. I got some arrows, I hate arrows, don't use those at all. And I got an archer. Oh, look at that common card, but you can see, not actually very useful at this stage. Not super far into the game, but to get to level 5 I've got to find another 43. So basically I didn't get anything at all there, a bit of gold and a bit of gems maybe. So, oh, another free chest, ooh. So you can see the free chests are basically this exciting thing where it looks like you're getting loads of stuff, but effectively just encouraging you to keep playing. My minions card, wow, I got 3 extra, yeah, but it's gonna, even on the level 4 I've got to find another 17. Valkyrie rare card, that sounds cool, but there's still another 2 on that. So, I'm not going to be too ridiculous about this. So the free chest, you get them every 4 hours and you get 2 maximum. So that is kind of the first clever thing that Supercell does. It basically, as soon as you load up a game, obviously if you've played it within 4 hours, you don't get one. But basically, every time you load up a game, which for the majority of people is, you'll get something free, and you go, woo, lovely. So crown chests are a bit more useful. Again, very clever though. So crown chests, when we go into the game, we can have a quick look. But crown chests, every time you destroy an enemy's castle, so there's 3 castles in the game. There's 2 secondary ones and 1 primary one. Every time you get that, even if you lose a game, but you've destroyed one of the enemy's castle, you effectively get a crown. There's 10. You need 10 crown chests to get this new crown chest. The crown chest is actually like pretty much like a progression kind of resource grinding kind of option. So we open that, actually get something decent here hopefully. Oh, we've got some gold, but a lot more gold you notice there than the free one. Got some resources, twice as much. Again, gems still not brilliant though. Minions, well, my minions are starting, still 15 to go though. Ooh, now that's a bit more interesting. I unlocked a rare tower, a bomb tower, so that's an unlocked thing. I didn't have that before. I still need another card to actually be able to use that, but I effectively kind of. So even the term unlocked is a psychological sleight of hand. Skeletons. I do use skeletons actually, but shouldn't be really sure. Oh, but there we go. We've got something good there. So my skeleton army. Again, not a particularly great card, but graphically quite nice when they all drop on the screen and attack a giant. So now that was quite useful. So I've actually done something and I can do an upgrade. So we look down here, we can do an upgrade. So these are different cards that you've got. So we can see here, I don't care about arrows, so I've got 31 cards and I only need to use 10 to upgrade it. So I could upgrade it, but I could be using some of my coins. So I don't use arrows. I think arrows are for losers. Probably not. Probably very high level players use arrows, but I don't use them. But skeleton army, there we go. Oh, I can't do it. So I was so excited, and I don't have enough gold. So there we go. Supercell is not the most generous when it gives away hard currency or soft currency in its games actually, which is kind of interesting fact, isn't it? So I guess that's how you make billions of dollars a year, not by being too generous. Okay, so that wasn't so good. Let's go back to the menu screen. So what else? What else? So you can see here the crown chest now. I've opened it, so I have to do another 10, get another 10. So that if I was a brilliant player, which I'm not, that could just be 4 games, and I would have earned 10 because I would obviously every time you win a game you get 3 chests, and if you lose a game but destroy one of the enemy ones, you get some there. So what's this thing here down here? So I actually did some sort of good thing here, and I won something. A big super magical chest. Wow, that's pretty good, isn't it? Start to unlock it. A day. I mean, if it wasn't Supercell making this game, people would be up in arms about I've got to wait a day now. As I say, I'm not a very high level player. You can see I'm level 4, which is probably very embarrassing. But I've got to wait a day, or I could use like pretty much all the gems that I've earned. I've not spent any money, and open it now. I'm not the kind of player who does that. So I do find this super interesting. So what's super interesting is when you play a game of Clash of Clans, that's Freudian, isn't it? Clash Royale, and you win, you get one of these chests, and then what happens is you have to wait to unlock it. So the basic kind of psychological loop of winning a game, going, wow, I did really well, I won a game, what's my reward? Supercell then puts its main monetization loop, which is basically waiting for stuff and speeding stuff up with gems, places it within that kind of psychological reward loop, which if it wasn't totally 100% proud of its game and proud that its game was almost stronger than your psychological your love for the game is almost stronger than your psychological demand to get the reward straight away, that it actually puts this monetization loop in there, which is it's kind of staggering. I think the more I think about it, the more staggering it is, and it's more staggering that people haven't kind of come to this conclusion more often. I guess the issue is there are very few developers who can polish a game like Supercell can. So if you did put this monetization loop, if any other developer tried to put the monetization loop within the reward loop, then basically it would have a day 1 retention of 0, because everyone would go, I just want a game, I want my reward, and you've made me wait or pay for it. But the clever thing about Supercell, almost their genius, is they can turn those things on their head because the quality of the game is sufficiently good. And obviously the quality of the game is not in and of itself the issue. It's the kind of hype around it. It's the platform support it gets from Apple and Google. It's the press support. It's all that kind of wider kind of soft power that Supercell, more than any other games company, let alone mobile games company, can bring to kind of bear on its games. So should we actually do a battle? I don't know. Let's have a look at what else we've got down here actually. So we looked at this. This is cards, so I can actually again another monetization thing. So I can actually buy cards. So I could, that super magical chest I had, I could actually just buy one. Or if I spent the money, you can see here I can spend the usual thing, $100, £80. I can transfer gems to gold. That's fairly standard as well. I can kind of upgrade cards. This is a pretty minor thing, but kind of makes gold a bit more valuable. So I could go in and I could spend 3 gold, or I can also spend 4 gold. You can kind of see if there was a card you particularly wanted to level up, then this is kind of like, as you see at the top, it says new cards will appear at this level. So not only will new cards appear after 42 minutes 50 seconds, also it tells me that, well, I've only got a certain period of time. If I really love minions and wanted to buy all 20 cards or level it up to 20 or keep going, then I can't just hang around. I have to go and get that gold now and spend that money. So that's kind of again interesting retailing. Retailing is all about limited edition, sale ends tomorrow, that kind of stuff. Supercell knows all about that. These are just the cards, so you can just see how you level them up. There's loads of cards I haven't got. Battle, we've seen that before. Here's a little clan stuff. Not doing any clan stuff, but that will be a video for another time. And then the other clever thing they've done here is TV Royale, so you can go and watch the 35th player versus the 21st player, or the 7th, 40th player versus the 7th player, or this is kind of this is esports street kind of 101 really. Very clever technically that they've done it kind of within the app, so you're not going to YouTube to find that. Whether people probably will want to go to YouTube, whether this is it'd be interesting to know how many I don't need to speed it up. It's boring to watch other people play. You know, how useful is this for me as a low-level player? But very interesting, I guess, when esports is seen as becoming a big thing. Will mobile esports take off? Who knows? But obviously it won't take off if people aren't kind of creating the personalities. So to have that in the app is pretty powerful. So let's go and do a game just so we can see. Because actually the game itself, there's no monetization in there at all. I'm going to be hopeless, so everyone will be laughing, embarrassed at me. But basically, so I'm blue down the bottom, he's red at the top, or she, but it should probably he as well. So then my elixir's full, I shouldn't do that really, so I'm going to place some units down there, he's placed some units down there, we're going to go attack each other's castles. Oh, he's keen on arrows. Let's go and put a giant in. So I'm going to assume that my castle can destroy him, and I'm going to have a big push onto his castle. So basically you have to destroy the castle in the middle, which is like the king's castle. I guess chess is a sort of kind of inspiration for it. Oh, they got rid of my... that's pretty hopeless, isn't it? So your elixir just random, just fills up at the bottom, and as it fills up, you can... ooh, goblins. As you can spawn different units, and so it all becomes a little bit of kind of... say Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, but it's actually rock, paper, scissors. But I use a unit, he uses a unit that's better against my unit. As I say, I'm not a very good player, so I just throw units into the mix, pretty much. And they're actually the smartest thing about... Oh dear, the smartest thing about Clash Royale really is, even if you're a hopeless player, eventually you'll win something. It's not just... because it obviously has its ranking algorithm, so you're playing against... if you're really good, you're playing against really good players. If you're really bad, you're playing against really bad players. And there's enough people in the world playing it that eventually, you know, a randomness kind of element happens to it. So everyone can think they're better than they actually are, because any good algorithm will have you winning 51 games out of 100, I suppose. So it looks like I'm going to get that one there. Am I going to get it? Yeah, there we go. So even if I lose the game, I've got one crown there. So the other thing to say, 30 seconds, 3 minutes a game. So we can see now the elixir's gone crazy because we're minutes to go, so you get double elixir. So I'm in a pretty strong position now because basically you're just throwing out units. And if I can stop this, there's a giant stuck together. Oh, there we go. That was a good bang. So yeah, you get a bit at the end, a bit with just tank rush really. So always with these games, I feel there's lots of strategy, but equally with all these games, there's like basically it ends up in a tank rush, which is certainly what happened with Clash of Clans. I'm not making much impact on his tower though, but it won't matter because I'm going to get it. There we go. So I'm genius. I take all that back about it all being random. I'm actually very good player. As you can see, my tactics were incredible. So I want to fill the test because I played rubbishly. Terribly, badly. So we can see there. So the really clever thing now is, and this is probably the not as clever as the loop stuff, but the reward loop, monetization loop, interlinking. But the other clever thing that Supercell has done is, you can see here. So I'm waiting for 24 hours to unlock my super duper magic chest. But this is my reward here. Ooh, I want my silver chest. So I can't do it because another unlock is in progress that's taking 24 hours. But I could spend 18 of my gems. Less than 10 over 10, slightly over 10%. But I could spend that now to get those rewards now. But even if I didn't have this super duper chest, spending a day unlocking, I'd still have to wait 3 hours. And then the other clever thing is obviously there's 4 chest slots, which is completely meaningless, apart from the fact that people would you talk to people who play Clash Royale, they go, well, yeah, I make sure that all my slots are full, my chest slots are full, and you go, what? Why? The only reason you would do that is because you're going to be spending gems to unlock them straight away. There's no point having 4 of them because 3 of them you're waiting on because you're waiting on time. So it's kind of interesting in many ways. You know, Clash Royale's success is something not to be kind of copied by anyone else, because no one else can put the quality of game together that allows you to get away with these. What in any other game would be awful, awful monetization loops and wait loops and and time gating, and it is a testament to Supercell, what Supercell can do. It kind of swim against the current. Um, to that degree, it has proven itself as an outlier. But this, I think, certainly Clash Royale is, you could say, certainly kind of heyday was a better farming simulator than we'd seen before, but was basically in that mold. Clash of Clans exactly was I wouldn't say necessarily a copy, but there've been lots of other games that certainly on Facebook, that had taken that kind of that strategy kind of genre template, and obviously it's changed a lot since it came out in 2012. Boom Beach was a bit more interesting. I don't think kind of really was panned out to be as interesting a game, although again that's changed a lot since it first came out. But Clash Royale is, you'd put on the pedestal as being Supercell's prime example of free to play mobile gameplay and monetization in something that could not be copied by anyone else, which is obviously competitive advantage. And when you can do that globally with spending whatever they're going to spend, $50-100 million on marketing, you have another $1 billion success. So there we go. The good, the bad, and the beautiful of Clash Royale monetization. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for watching, at least. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we do a lot of this monetization of mobile games. We do a lot of first-time user experience, which we play a mobile game for the first time and give kind of first impression comment on. So if you like that kind of stuff, please do subscribe, and then you won't miss a thing. And hopefully you'll find some games that have probably not been quite as well advertised as Clash Royale that you might find interesting as well. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.